Yo, what is up everyone? Daimien Kamiya here, the Omni King. Welcome friends, foes, members of the Omni Council to another Digimon Cyber Sleuth stream. I will never remember the word story because it really doesn't need to be there, but in all honesty, can we even claim there's a story? Like, I want to be real. I'm in chapter 12, I think. Chapter 13, and it really doesn't feel like there's a story. Like, I feel like I'm just getting into it now. So, yeah, it's crazy. Only reason I've really stuck with this game is because it's not too boring and it features Digimon. Beyond that, like, I don't really know if I'd be overtly interested. But yeah, so hey, Mario Bros, Clee, Carlos, welcome to the stream. Glad to see you guys could make it. You're in chapter 7. Alright, well, I hope I'm not spoiling too much for you, you know. Spoiling the story. But yeah, so obligatory, when I hit 100 subscribers, I will be doing a 24-hour Skyrim stream. I already booked a week off of work in mid-June. Hopefully I'll hit 100 by then. It gives me a couple weeks. Maybe those Genshin streams will bump me up. But yeah, with that said, let's switch on over to the game. To be perfectly honest, I agree with you, Mario Bros. You want to know what's really, really ironic about this whole thing that really bothers me? So, this game is basically triple battles, right? Pokemon triple battles, but there's like the only thing that's really triple about it is abilities. So all abilities on the Digimon here. Yep, I can't wait for it too, Carlos. All abilities affect every Digimon on the front lines. Any Digimon in the battle is affected by the ability. Well, that's great, Clee. Sounds fantastic. You're really climbing up there with AR. Going fast, right? Unless otherwise specified. Like, my Air Force Vtuberdramon has swiftness, so he always moves first in battle, but it only affects him. I actually have a clip on my channel, Mario Bros, that shows the extent at which abilities affect Digimon, because back when Infamon was a Karamon, my Terriermon, which is now Rapidmon here, hit itself in confusion and instantly killed himself due to Karamon's Destroyer ability. Oh, that's pretty smart. So yeah, so it's, you know, however, in Pokemon, what really annoys me about Pokemon is they're pushing a double battle format. Especially with like the implementation of sorry, I'm losing my thoughts here. Of Dynamaxing. Dynamaxing is like the mega evolution of double battles almost. They're pushing doubles. Here's a new double ability. Here's a new double move. Here's an ability that buffs both you and your allies' stats. Right? Where's the double battle game? Why do we not have another Coliseum or XD? Those games were great, but they were made in Gen 3 when double battles were still crap. But even they were fantastic, and they were a nice twist of fate from the normal gameplay. Right? Why am I going to give Helping Hand to any Pokemon in my team in a single player game? In a single 1v1 battle? Oh yeah, I love Gen 7 because it's the first generation that doesn't have HMs, but I hate it because I can't walk 5 steps without another cutscene. That's very irritating to me. Oh boy. But yeah, That's probably one of the biggest things that bother me. Like, Pokemon's dynamic isn't really changing much, but what's really, really bothering me is they're implementing more and more features for this secondary battle type that is their official competitive scene, by the way. VGC, funded and run by the Pokemon Company, is a double battles format, and they are not making a game that could fuel that. Hell, to be perfectly honest, making a game like that could effectively even increase people attending these events. Because you're making a game that actually shows people what double battling is. You're not doing that when the entire games are single battles. There's so much strategy and implementation and aspects to double battles. And I remember, and I might do this in the future. I played Pokemon XD, and I tried to make the best of most efficient double battle team I could make while factoring in enemy AI. Because in Coliseum and XD, the AI sucks. It's crap. No, I'm talking normal type moves on ghost Pokemon repeatedly. And I managed to come up with such a good team. I struggled not a second in the entire game. Actually, scratch that. I struggled on one particular moment, and I lost twice to it. But I then realized that every time the AI was reacting the exact same way, and on the third try, I was actually able to counter it because I realized I could basically play the opponent's read. But yeah, it was one of the most fun times I've ever had in a Pokemon game. It was actually factoring in like 2 of my Pokemon knew Helping Hand. So, some of my Pokemon specifically had 2-hit moves. I had moves like Icy Wind for chip damage and speed control. You know, I had Mimic so I could copy my ally's move. I had double Icy Wind at times, double chipping and speed dropping like crazy. I had Intimidate. I had 2 Pokemon immune to Earthquake, and the other 3 had ridiculously high, either resisted it or were high defense. It was a fantastic team. And I'll never get that. Like, I think the only way I'll ever get that is if I play a modded game. There's probably tons of modded ones out there where they make it double battles only. Yeah. Personally, to me, like, that's what really bothers me about the games. They're not changing the format enough, despite the fact that they're pushing the competitive scene more. I didn't check where Anja Woman's thing was. Shinjuku. Anjumon's in Shinjuku. Anja Woman's in Shinjuku. Where am I going here? Come on. Yeah, the perfect way to start a stream. Rant about how the Pokemon games suck right now. Yo, Anja Woman. You know, you're late is probably the last accusation I ever thought I'd hear from an Anja Woman, but okay. Alright, let's get back to the thing here. I just want to check something here. Okay. Urgent, normal, Digifarm. I imagine the red ones have always been story driven though too. Where's Cherrymon? Cherrymon's in Shibuya. Yeah. Oh, trust me, it doesn't get any better. If it does, Cleric. So the Digimon's name, okay, looking it up won't change anything because I nicknamed him to Dan. So, the Digimon's name is Inframon. I-N-F-E-R Mon. He evolves to Diaboromon and then evolves to Armageddonmon. Yeah. So, Diaboromon is, like, looks worse than that because he's effectively, like, named kind of off the devil. Like, in Japanese, he's called Diablomon. Armageddonmon looks actually kind of similar to Infamon, but more purple and black. And he's, like, large enough to stand over the city. He's, like, kaiju-sized. You can actually... There's a movie called Return of Diaboromon. If you actually look that movie up and see Apocalypse, or not Apocalypse, Armageddonmon in the movie, you actually can get a scale of, like, actually how large he is. Hey, Red, welcome. He is huge. Especially when Imperial Dramon Paladin mode kills him by stabbing a sword into his head, into his forehead, and that guy already towers over Digimon as already. Imperial Dramon is, like, huge compared to people, like building sized, and then this guy's, like, gigantic compared to him, and he has a mortar attack, full scale attack. It's a bloody mortar strike, just a mortar bombardment. That's partly why I called Inframon Dan. My friend Dan from Guild Wars 2, I only ever met him on the internet. He sadly passed away, so that's how it stays. And Inframon's line is based off of internet bugs. And Dan was huge into World v World in Guild Wars 2. He loved going to towers, bases and stuff, and he would set up siege equipment. He would siege the hell out of everything. All people running around with their Zergs, and he's just fortifying the towers and stuff. Sometimes, though, it would make him mad, because no one would actually bother defending any of it. So he would spend, like, 2 hours setting up a tower, and then no one would help defend it. He would say, like, he would spend 2 hours setting it up, you know, running Doliacs to get, supplies to the base, so then he could grab the supplies to build more siege equipment, and then he'd log out for an hour to go get something to eat, and then he'd come back and all of it was gone. Like, the tower wasn't even on our server anymore. All gone. Granted, it did also depend who we were up against. Some of those, like, we were not a very Crystal Desert was not a very big World versus World server. And if you were up against one of the big ones, you weren't winning. At all. Like, it was, a cut and dry matchup, if you will. Let's do Kurisarimon, because Cleric, I don't think you've seen Kurisarimon. So Kurisarimon, it's weird. It has 2 English names. It's actually one of those weird Digimon. It's actually the champion form of Inframon. It also is the least known evolution of it, because it's the only one that did not appear in the movie. Didn't appear until season 3. Specifically the line in the movie, he digivolved. He did the virus. He digivolved straight into the ult. He's not a champion level Digimon. He's an ultimate. He digivolved. He bypassed champion and digivolved straight into the ultimate. He's too strong for our Digimon now. Then we'll just have to digivolve to beat him. Greymon digivolve too. Kabuterimon digivolve too. Not so fast. Spider shooter! Ah! And then they de-digivolve. Because they were caught mid-digivolution. I remember some, like, very key moments. Some good, some bad. Like, I remember awesome moments of the Digimon movie. And then I also, remember the Angela Anaconda, short before the movie. Which, is a very sad thing to, claim I remember. Many Digimon fans wish that did not exist. The Minecraft? I lost. That was a hardcore. I ended up dying. I got a bit too greedy. I kept trying to get more and more supplies instead of going back up, and I ended up getting shot, I think shot by a skeleton and killed. I'll eventually go back to it, but like, it's definitely one of those games where it's not something I want to be a main series stuff. Yeah. I specifically remember Nostalgia Critic reviewing the movie. So he never watched Digimon growing up. So he has no nostalgic connection to Digimon. But he watched it with Jessie Otaku, who's a big anime fan. She watched Digimon growing up. And because the short was part of the movie, it cuts to Angela Anaconda. He goes, "Ah, what horrifying Digimon is this?" Yeah, that movie reeked of Digimon being owned by Fox. You could tell by all the cheesy songs they used. Most Digimon fans know of 1 Week from Bare Naked Ladies because of that. And the fact that Angela Anaconda was also owned by Fox. Or at least a Fox subsidiary. There was other moments too, like when they talked about I got my friend a pink Power Ranger, which, in all honesty, like, yes, Fox did own Power Rangers at the time, or again, a subsidiary of it, but it's not too far out, because technically, now, I don't, maybe not, because it's Japan, but they very likely could have used, I got my friend a pink Sentai Ranger type line. They did at the time of the movie, Red. They don't anymore. Bandai owns it now. Can I help you, Keith? Bandai Namco owns Digimon now, or at least the toy and game rights. I think Toei Animation owns Digimon, and just Bandai Namco own either like localization or like toy rights and stuff. Digimon's not as clean cut as Pokemon is. Hell, I don't even know if Nintendo ever even owned Pokemon. It was like a first-party company for them, or second-party or something like that. Did I pick up the thing and just am too stupid to realize I did? Fox has basically ownership over nothing anymore. Since Disney bought out all their shows. There's a lot of jokes that come out of Disney buying stuff, though. Like, I remember when Disney bought one of the MCNs or whatever, multi-channel networks. And I remember Angry Joe was a part of it. So he made a small video where because Disney bought him out, he can no longer be Angry Joe, and he's now Happy-Go-Lucky Joe. All right, well, thanks for stopping by, Clea. I appreciate it. Oh, I did get someone. Oh, God damn it! I wasn't paying attention. Just wandering around here doing nothing. I even remember when they ran into Infamon in the movie. You know, they had Matt and TK with them. It's like, just have to show them what we can do. You know, and, you know, Agumon and Gabumon warp Digivolve. It's like, you Digivolve too, Patamon? Got it. Yeah, I don't know. I still enjoy Disney, but I'm just not much of a TV person anymore. Like, I own Disney Plus, but I don't really watch it. Favorite Digimon movie? In all honesty, I've only seen 3. I've seen the Digimon, the first movie. I saw Diaboromon Returns. And I saw Digimon was it The Last Kazuna? I actually own that one on DVD. I'll tell you one thing. It's not Last Kazuna. I did not like that movie because of the plot. There was a way they could have turned that one around to make it more feasible. I did not like what they did with that movie. Favorite though, I don't know. Nostalgia wise, it has to be the first movie, but I actually really did like Return of Diaboromon. Return of Diaboromon was actually a really good movie. You know what's the one in Digimon situation that I always wanted but never got? I always wanted the Frontier Digimon, so the Digimon from Season 4, the team from Season 4, to, yeah, the Digimon from Season 4, the Digidestin from Season 4, I always wanted them to be, I always wanted them to actually be in the real world. Like, I wanted their... because, effectively, everything they did in the digital world happened in seconds. Or minutes, really. So no one outside of them, and basically the people, and those 4 kids that they ran into, really remember what happened in the digital world. And I think it would have been really cool, because obviously they're coming out of this with character development. They've discovered their faults and where to improve as people, and they have new friends that they made out of nowhere. And I would love for the families to actually discover like how these changes came about through a movie of like Digimon are actually entering the real world and they gain their powers back. They gain their ability to Digivolve again, Spirit Evolve again. And their family sees them do it, and like, because, you know, like, Tommy's brother was always very supportive, or always trying to make sure Tommy was looked after and not babied, like he knew how to take care of himself, but also knew that, you know, others were there to support him, right? And then Tommy would come back with this whole new confidence that he'd not seen in him before, and right, and then literally having his brothers see him turn into Korikakumon would be huge. Even bigger than when the bullies saw it. Like, the bullies saw him turn into Korikakumon. So it's like, this little short kid turns into this, like, large, Yeti-like being with 2 axes. Dual-wielding 2 Norse axes. Like, oh god. Kumamon doesn't have the same intimidating effect. I have to say, though, I think my favorite Digimon... Like, Susanoomon's my favorite Digimon from that. But favorite, like, individual spirited Digimon, I probably have to say, like... Probably Burning Greymon. Though Metal Kabuterimon's pretty good, too. I like the beast forms more. They look cooler. I also like the slide evolution too, where they could change between human and beast without de-digivolving. Yeah. I feel like there were a few cop-outs in that movie that they could have expanded on, but generally speaking, it was a very good movie. I liked it. I really wish there was a Digivolution for Imperial Dramon Paladin mode, and not just like grabbing the sword and now his form is white. And we really didn't get to see a whole lot of Imperial Dramon Paladin mode. He literally grabbed the sword, turned white, charged Armageddon, stabbed him in the head, and he started breaking apart into Kuramon. There wasn't really much of a fight between them. It's rather disappointing, in all honesty. And this is back when Ultra level Digimon didn't even have a classification yet. They were just, you know, basically there was nothing higher than Mega. And at the time, the two of the strongest known, or some of the strongest known Digimon, you know, if we're talking up to Season 2, at the time, were all Megas, right? Like, this, Azulongmon, which was like a sovereign god, was still a Mega. Omnimon was a Mega. Apocalypse was a Mega, right? Like, they're all Megas. So this idea that this Ultra tier existing even to an even higher degree is, you know, much different. Hey, Piedmon! Need for you. I need your help finding a job. Taking it easy every day is fun and all, but I can't keep this up. Finally realized, if I want to be just like a human, I need to get a job. Can you just look for one? That's easy for you to say. The problem is more complicated than you think. This damn face of mine. Everywhere I try juggling on streets, kids run away from me. You know, this is very hard to sympathize with. I don't actually think Gallantmon is Ultra. And Imperial Dramon's not either. Both forms are Mega. They're all Mega. Only Paladin mode is Ultra. Omnimon's Mega as well. I think Merciful mode is Ultra, though. I'm also basing it off that site I linked you to. It doesn't classify Gallantmon or Imperial Dramon as Ultra. It classifies them as Ultra. Or it classifies them as Mega, sorry. That's why Armageddonmon was able to so swiftly and easily defeat Imperial Dramon and Omnimon, was because they were both Megas and it was Ultra. So, see, but as I was saying, I find it very hard to sympathize with Piedmon. Is he? I'm gonna go based off this. I got the site here. Let me look it up. I'm just gonna go based off this site. I'm not gonna lean one way or the other. Where's Gallantmon? Oh, yes, he is. You're correct. Oh, Omnimon is Ultra. I guess they retconned that. Omnimon is Ultra. But only Imperial Dramon Paladin mode is Ultra, not the other two. I didn't realize Omnimon was Ultra now. That's a retcon. Then again, they never really classified what he was. For a long time, they never really classified what DNA Digimon were. Sort of like how armor Digimon are just classified as armor. They weren't classified as champion. Which puts up this whole different perspective, because you have Digimon like Flame Dramon, which is effectively champion. Rain Dramon, who could be argued as champion or ultimate due to how it was released. And then you have Magnamon, who is effectively Mega. Yeah, I never realized Crimson mode was Ultra. But some of these other descriptions of Ultra definitely actually lead to make sense, though, when you look at certain aspects of, like, the anime. Like, you... Yeah. I actually have this entire theory on Diaboromon, but it's based entirely off the English dub. Well, they actually explained that in not Last Kazuna. In Try, they explained it, where Tai wasn't for some reason, Tai's faith in what they were doing was wavering. There were aspects of Try I had issues with. Tai's like unreasonable drop of courage, you know, like effectively all the kids, just all of the Digidestined suddenly having like a change of perspective as to why they're doing what they're doing. You've been doing this for years. Why are you questioning it now? Last Kazuna made me mad because Sora was garbage. Like, why was Sora even in that movie? Sora had no reason to be in that movie. At all. He's absolutely useless in that movie. I don't want to fight anymore. Fuck you. You have to. You're Digidestined. You're a crest holder. You're one of the premier Digidestined. You have to. You didn't get a choice. You understood the fact that you didn't get a choice. Keep doing it. Beomon wants to do it. You don't. You own the crest of love. Yeah, you love Beomon. You don't want to make her fight. Guess what? You love your friends and they're going to fucking die when you sit back and watch from inside your lovely little apartment building. But as I was saying, it's hard to sympathize for Piedmon when he's a major villain of one of the seasons. Oh, I just want to get a job, he says as he turns almost all the Digidestined and Digimon into keychains. How can I find a job like this? This isn't makeup, it's my face. No one will employ someone like me. Please, I'm desperate. Could you find me a job somewhere in Eden? Aren't there various places in Eden where people gossip all the time? Maybe you could find some info on a job in a place like that. But I have theories with that movie. Yeah, the thing is, I never had any issue with Biomon. Biomon was always fine. It was Sora was always the problem. And it's really sad too, because I feel like she honestly had good character development in Adventure, and even in Adventure 2. Try, it was a bit shaky, but then Kazuna just destroyed it all. Just got rid of it all. Yes, try. So chronologically, it goes Adventure 1, Adventure 2, Try, and then Kazuna. Kazuna happens after Try. I don't think this guy gave me a keyword. Does he have 3 fusions? Oh, that's what you mean. It's three beings combined. Okay. I thought you meant he had like 3 forms, and I'm like, what? Really? Yeah, I think the biggest fusion in Digimon, in the series anyways, the biggest fusion to occur is Susanoo-amon. At one given time, it featured 20 elements, 20 different spirit elements, and 5 humans. So that's the biggest fusion that has occurred in Digimon. Come out of the blue like this. Do you have any special talents? You look like someone with a pride in their skill. I'm proud of the fact that I'm not prideful. Isn't it kind of pathetic if you say that yourself? Well, this time, I'll just look for anyone who seems agile. So anyone will do. Sorry. Should have said this earlier. I'm a circus ringleader. Though our circus is very small and totally unknown. But our dream is to do a nationwide public performance, so we go around Eden putting on big public shows. The group members are really into it, but all of them are surprisingly bad performers. Look for someone who can coach the other group members and encourage them, but You know just the person? A Digimon with good motor skills, an ability to juggle, and who's a qualified clown? This Digimon doesn't attack people, does he? Okay, we won't attack him either, then. We're a circus group operating in Eden, so suppose Digimon could work here just as well as the other members of the group. Alright, let's do this. Could you tell him to come here, then? We have an interview in person. Please tell the Digimon to be himself and show me his individuality. Thank God for that. I have to go halfway through the map again so I can find Piedmon, because he couldn't be at the entrance. No, 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 no. That's too easy. God, I really need to... I really need Tactician USBs, and I think I need at least 9 of them. And then I also need Platinum Numemon. Once I get those guys, it's like it's all game over. Half the reason I can't get Megas, like, I have 90 out of 105. I could add in Ultimates into the team, but I'd much rather start pushing towards Mega, but I can't afford Mega yet because it requires mass leveling and in some cases outright resetting characters so I can get ABI high enough. Then it's perfect for me. Probably won't make much of a salary at first, but even though it's an unknown circus now, I'm gonna make sure that someday it's big. Thank you for finding me a job worth doing. I'm gonna be right there and show them how to perform. I'm glad I hired you. I'll send your payment to your office. Still kind of scared. Please, before I meet the circus ringleader, could you give me some advice on human interviews? If you help me out, I'll make you worth your while. It's just when I start to think about the interview, I get so nervous. Please, God, you're getting too worked up about it. Just try to relax a bit. You do it, no problem. Really? You think even a Digimon like me could get a job if I try my best to make myself an attractive prospect? Yeah, you know what? You're right. I feel a bit more confident now. Thanks for that. In that case, I know it's a bit sudden, but can you teach me how to pass an interview? When I greet him and introduce myself, what should I say to seem like a good candidate? In the eyes, of course, I need to look the interview in the eyes. Yeah. But technically X and Medieval Gallantmon are actually different Digimon, I believe. So like X form, I believe, is a different Digimon entirely. I could be wrong on that one though. But like, cause do you want to count Greymon's different forms just by including any Digimon that has Greymon in the name? Because you're gonna end up with an incredibly long list. Who's Piedmon? My skills. That's no good. I can't keep my gaze fixated while I was talking. I need to act more naturally in the real interview. Moving on, there's probably going to be a test of my skill in the interview, right? Confident in my circus skills. Which skills should I show them? Do your special move, Trump Sword. No! Trump Swords! For a circus, do acrobatics. But the interview is going to be in Eden, right? Who's going to set up all the acrobatic equipment? You? Can't do it, can you? Oh. Is that time already? I need to get started on my way to the interview. Okay, here's the agreed payment then. Best meet. Still a little nervous, but interview, here I come. I don't need a chaperone. Introducing me for the job was enough. It won't make me look good if I have someone accompany me to the interview. If I ever get the chance to get on the big stage, I'll make sure to get you a ticket. You'll definitely have to come then. Okay? Right then. Oh, god damn it with the stupid cam USBs. How, like, I understand they're rare, but how have I not gotten a single tactician USB yet? Yeah, like, I know the, X means that they got hit with the, is it, like, it's a particular type of software that makes them, like, immune to something specific. I don't remember exactly. Some Digimon have it naturally in, others have to, like Gallantmon X, for example, have to have it, like, injected into them. This is uncertain. How the hell am I supposed to figure this one out? Man, this is going to be really annoying and tedious. I can already tell. Back up to the... Come on. I don't think he's in the mall. Yeah, that's like a one downside. Like, sometimes it will tell you, but then sometimes it doesn't. Like, what you can do is you can go to Mirai and she usually gives you advice. Hey, Shadow, welcome! Good to see you. How was your day? But yeah, she'll just tell me to do my job as a cyber sleuth. She doesn't actually tell me anything useful. I like this scaling issue here with Zudomon and Skull Greymon. You know, Zudomon, the Digimon that's large enough for multiple people to ride on his back with ease, with relative ease. And Skull Greymon, who's like as big as like the Rome Colosseum almost. Here they are, just the size of like, just slightly bigger than that blue car. Like, Skull Greymon's a massive threat. Like, that's a gigantic missile on its back. And it's also considered like an evil Digimon. Oh yeah, I think it's Megidramon. He's like a living he's not the the living apocalypse, because that already exists. He's like the living embodiment of like a chaotic meltdown or something like that. Like, his very existence starts to corrode the digital world. My favorite part is that they knew that about a Digimon that somehow shouldn't have, like, oh, it's Megidramon. It represents this within the digital world. Well, that's all fine and dandy, but didn't Takato make Guilmon? Like, Guilmon didn't exist before Takato made him. So how the hell could him or any of his forms be already well-known Digimon? I cried with Last Kazuna at times, yes. I think I also cried a bit in Try as well. Like, there were moments in Last Kazuna that were very heartfelt. It did, in some ways, it did feel like a pretty good way to end the franchise, or end that particular season. But I will say, there was a better way to make that plot than what they did. Tamers also made me cry a bit too. I think Tamers, like, story-wise, I think... Oh, and the final scene of Frontier. That one also made me cry as well. Where they're all at Koichi's bedside, and and their Digivices shine off light, and the Digivices basically wake Koichi up from his coma, and they run to like hug him, as their Digivices turn back into phones, all drop and clatter to the ground. That was a really great moment. Oh, come on. Like, well, you know what? I think I cried at the end of Season 2 of Digimon too, but not necessarily Season 1. Season 1 was just awesome. It was hard to cry. Pokemon had its sad moments too. I've cried in Pokemon movies, or like in some Pokemon moments, not necessarily movies, but yeah, there are some moments. What are we doing here? Right. Yeah, I've not seen Data Squad or Fusions. Data Squad looked pretty good though, but Fusions really seem to be for me. I really shouldn't have attacked her. I should have actually used St. Knuckles. I've not really seen Fusions either, but like just this idea that they're basically collecting them like Pokemon and then just picking and choosing which ones to fuse with their primary Digimon. Yeah, it's about pretty much being kids with this responsibility thrown upon you. But it's a responsibility that only kids can have. Adults can't have the responsibility. Like, that was the whole point, was you kind of needed a child's imagination to be able to perceive what's around you more realistically. Digimon cannot travel to the human world, so I will get out and find my master. You were the one who came for me in the end. My master doesn't care about me at all. Your master is looking for you too, huh? Does master even get sad when I'm not around? Okay, time to stop lying. Time to go home to my master. My master, I'll tell him how I really feel. I'll tell him I'm lonely, you idiot. I'm going to try and go to my master. It's okay. I think I know where he is. Thanks. Please, 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 please. Please tell me this won't all be all the way in the back again. Well, Beelzebub's not really a robot. He just has that arm, the gun arm. I wouldn't call him a robot. Oh, god damn it. Why does nothing ever go well for me? I'll be right back. So I just want to sit down and stream, play some Digimon, but nope, I have to constantly clean up messes. Last time it was a nosebleed, now it's spilled pop. You know, like it's never a dull moment. Oh, right. I think I remembered seeing that he got a different form in fusions. You're right. You're right. At least I didn't get much on my desk. Well, I got 4 bottles of pop, so it happened to the smallest one. So I'm gonna take that as more of a win. A lot more pop could have hit the ground. Right, I'll be right back. I just gotta put the paper towel back. Yeah, the Tamer's form looked fantastic. I actually had like a mini toy version of him. Is back magical moment? What do you mean? Yeah, I'm not fighting these guys. I'm not wasting my... As much as I would love to level, especially when Molotov just needs to hit 50 to hit evolution. I might do that, but that's it for me. Oh, okay. Like, that's the season that a Shoutmon, right? Like, Shoutmon didn't seem too bad. I get the feeling it's going to be all the way in the back again. I know Shoutmon's in this game, but it's like to get to... He only evolves into one Digimon. And he's like that gold version of Shoutmon. So you have to basically get rookie form Shoutmon to like level 60 just to get him. Not worth it to me. You basically have to run a different Digimon the entire playthrough. Because there's no way you're running a rookie all the way that far up into the game. There it is. Because of course it is. Alright, let's warp back. Or no, I gotta leave this room first. That's right. This room I can't warp. Because of course I can't. Man, one of my farms succeeded in developing friendship? No way. There's two strategies. You have the early game and the late game. Early game is Platinum Sukamon. They're, let me show you. Platinum Sukamon has Platinum Service ability. Increases the XP earned in battle. You get 3 of these guys, and have them as the active party member, and you get a lot of experience. There's a held item you can get in development too called the Tactician USB. It is currently what I'm farming. You want to give those to your experience users. For late game, you want to trade up those Platinum Numemon or Platinum Sukamon for Platinum Numemon, which sadly I don't have at the moment, but I can't show you. I'm working on that one now, and they grant significantly more experience. And if you get any USBs, you give them the USBs, and you can basically you can basically just effectively mass farm. Oh, whoops, that was a mistake. Oh well. You can basically just mass level up Digimon, especially later game. The best way to do it, so you only get Tactician USBs under 1,000, the 1,000 yen category, and you need at least 2 know-it-alls. The more you have, the more likely you can slightly increase the chances, but you need at least 2 to get it. You can buy these from the shop inside the Digilab. The more builder Digimon you have, all of these guys are builders, the more you have, the more time it takes off. So at a full party of a full farm of builders, it'll take 20 minutes total. You'll get 2 Tactician USBs each time, and I think you need minimum 10, because it only applies in the active battle, the ones in the active battle holding it. So just your Platinum Sukamons or Numemons. And if you want to farm them, you can save. So nothing is set in stone until you receive the product. So if you save before the timer ends, you can just kind of keep re-rolling everything. Yeah, this is where this terminal here is where you can buy the Platinum know-it-alls. Or not the Platinum, the developer know-hows. Yay, Daimien, thanks for taking the case. This kid really wants to eat something delicious from the real world. I want to learn more about humans and through good food. I'm hungry. So what do you say, Daimien? Want to help out? Want to hang out? I'm hungry. Where are you taking us? Well, hey, Daimien, what do you think the best place is? How about some sushi? What? Are you crazy? They'll probably get sick from the raw fish. I don't think the vinegar and the rice would agree with them. Then there's the cost of the actual sushi. Yeah, that's right. Oh, I didn't remember looking for a family restaurant in Shinjuku before. It's casual, it's cheap. Did I say it's cheap? Damien, what are you're doing that? Why are you asking me, face? Whatever. It doesn't even matter. Let's just eat. I'm starving. Let's go to the family restaurant in Shinjuku. All right. The sweet smell. Where's it coming from? Oh, it smells so good, huh? Oh God. You go. You go. She's drooling again. What are you doing? You know, no, nothing. No, nothing really. Okay, this place has such a huge menu. What would you like? Well, let me see. What about the hamburger? Hamburger? When the human world eats it. It's cheap, delicious, popular, and basic. And this looks delicious, but what's steak? That's... likes it. But it's not a common food. It's expensive and high class. Really? Okay, then I'll have that. I'll try the Sharnard steak. But why are there such expensive dishes in a place like this? Daimien, will you have... Favorite Digimon? I think I answered this before. It's kind of a cross between Wizardmon and Omnimon. But if we're talking about rookies, it's Agumon. This nice omelet. Oh. Delicious. I'm completely stuffed, and I'm nearly broke too. Never mind. So have you learned about how the human world, about how we eat in the human world? But not nearly enough. I want to eat more. I need more. Come on, Nokia, please do it for Digimon human relations. Well, that's what a pork cutlet. What about a pork cutlet place? They get decent proportions and it's reasonably cheap. Oh. Yeah, sorry. I'm not as tired as I was yesterday, but I'm still a wee bit tired. Alright, where am I going for this? Again, it's not telling me where to go. We'll still go for another full meal. I need more food. More food. Let's get more food. Alright, let's see who can eat the most. But you guys, couldn't you try to hold back a little, please? I'm gonna have a pork fillet and a pork loin cutlet and fried prawns. What do you want, Nokia? What would you suggest? Go wrong in a pork cutlet place. The best choice would be the pork loin cutlet. Light tender pork fillet would be good too. Whenever I go to eat at a pork cutlet place, I want to have a nice loin cutlet with oil drizzled on top to bite into. Here you are, your loin cutlet. This is quite well done. It's cooked to a light brown, but it stimulates the appetite. I'm going to put a bit more sauce on this pork cutlet. I'm trying to make their viewers hungry. People playing this game, and they're succeeding because I am currently opening up the Skip the Dishes app. But I'm not getting pork cutlet. I am getting pork of some kind, though. Or at least I'm seeking it. This delicious loin cut is definitely the best. Flavor pouring out of the fatty portions of the cutlet is absolutely amazing. Daimien, are you even listening to me? We're off in your own world again. Give me a hand, it's a bit of an emergency. Daimien, how much money do you have? I don't have enough. In that case, should we dine and dash? I'm gonna have to pay it off by working for them. Work it off? I don't have any money. You don't have any money, Nokia? It's not just that. It's you have it or not. Which is it? I'm hungry. What's going on? I'm still hungry. I'm not full yet. Yeah, me too. I want to eat. I need to eat more. You're going crazy or something? I'm going to act like those other Digimon went crazy and rampaged. Yuko, what are you doing here? Leave this to me. I'll pay. Don't worry about it. Please eat all you want. I'll join you. You'll join us? It's an awful thing to miss a meal. I'd like to make sure they aren't going hungry. Okay. I don't really see why, but I guess it's fine with me. Thanks, Yuko. Stuff. Thanks. Really owe you one, Yuko. It's fine. Don't mention it. There's nothing worse in the world than being hungry. Still, you can really pack it away, Yuko. You're very stuck? Where are you stuck? I know you're in chapter 9, but I'm just curious, like, what particularly are you stuck on? Not true. Huh? But you kept ordering more cabbage and miso soup. Gia, stop it. You're embarrassing me. Sorry. Oh, are you in Kowloon 4? Because you can't... I'm not even past Kowloon 4 yet. So the way those gates work is you have to have at least 4 of a particular level of Digimon in your party. So I think to hack level 1, you needed 4 rookies. Level 2 is 4 champions. 3 is 4 ultimates. And 4 is 4 megas. I believe. Actually, I think 4 is 4 ultimates. So it might start... I don't know when it starts, really. I think 1 might be a gimme then. And then it's rookie, champion, ultimate, maybe. You guys had enough for one day. Would you like some dessert? No, Yuko. There's a dessert place I go to around here. Do you guys like to come along? Man, Aquilamon's asking the questions. Like, the last 4 lines I've been asked were all from Aquilamon. Damn. Which Digimon transforms its hands into axes called bunny blades? That's Antilamon. That's a tamer's question. I really do like the questions that test your knowledge on the anime, like on the show. There's some that are based off of like actual Japan and stuff, which in all honesty like would make sense for the game when it's released in Japan, but is kind of a bit annoying for a localization of it, where the game's still based in Japan, but the viewer isn't necessarily going to know the answer to Japanese questions. Where the hell is this dessert place? God, no one wants to let me leave Shinjuku. Or Shibuya, wherever this is. I think this is Shinjuku. You just finished a big meal, but you want more once you're standing in front of a dessert place. I always have room for dessert. Room for dessert? Room for dessert means that God gave us humans a separate room in our stomachs we use when it really counts for dessert. Separate room? Never mind about that. What do you guys want to eat? Those jelly-filled wafers look good. Or one of those sweet dessert salads. Could I have the dumplings? Yuko, are you crazy? No need to worry. I have enough to pay the bill. No, that's not what I mean. By the way, what would you like to eat, Daimien? It's delicious. Wow, I'm stuffed. I'm full now. How was that? Did you learn about human eating customs? Yeah, thanks everyone. Still, you can seriously pack it away, you go. That's not true. But thanks to you guys, I've been able to learn about gourmet food. I don't like eating alone when people might be watching me. Girls are always obsessive over that kind of thing. I don't, but actually, I want to get to know more restaurants. As a matter of fact, I sent a case to your office. Sent a case? I rank gourmet restaurants as a hobby, so I asked for a secret food critique. Oh, that was you? Oh, well, wait a sec. Ah! Hey, more memory and a sleuth rank up. Let's go. I am now officially a shrewd cyber sleuth. I also got more memory that I can't use because none of my Digimon can Digivolve yet. God, this is getting irritating. I think some Digimon might be at max too. Like maybe on farm 3. Nope. Oh, is that that has to be Antilamon, right? Yep, Antilamon. Restores 6% of max HP every turn. Wow, that'd actually be pretty cool for a good party. Especially if you had a tank Digimon in there. Dramon. I don't like how the name of the move is Death Parade Blaster. Whatever happened to Desperado Blaster? And then I need to get all my Edamons up. Because I need this guy right here. I just need them all to be level 65. Just need 55 on him. I believe this one, it's him here. No problem, no problem. Come back when you can. One more level up on Molotov, but I actually... No, it's not one more level up. I need more defense. I don't have nearly enough defense. I need 130 defense, and I only have 108. So it'll be a little bit on that one. Ray is going to be this guy, and I just need 5 more levels on that one. I think I also... Didn't I also need higher defense, too? Yeah, 120. I should have that, no problem. I don't think it counts the equiptables, though, so I still need 11 more defense, not 6. That shouldn't be too hard to get in 5. If I don't get it 5 levels, that's fine. I gotta just keep pushing. But yeah, I'm very close to getting 3 megas. Time to camp. That's them. And so I apologize for the volume. As mentioned before, volume in this game is based off of save file, not off of game. Super stupid decision. It is not the one I would have chosen to make. Just getting something from my fridge. Just since I'm so close to this, I might as well try and get some tactician USBs. Hey! And, oh my god. And Chrome Digizoid. Yo! The only better option I could have gotten out of that would have been 2 tactician USBs. As it, because Chrome Digizord is the best one of, if not the best selling item in the game. It's an item solely designed for selling, and it sells for crazy money. Right. Man, that was super good luck. Like, I was only farming it until I got at least one tactician, but, like, the fact that I got something else that's good with it, and like something else good too. Right. I'm just trying to find what to do next. I have a feeling I have to find another case. Nothing there. Agibara is generally where, what's his name is, but he's usually on the run. Why does this guy have to keep having a stupid pose? Look, dude, the answer is yes, they're real, and the answer is also they give okay loot. Depends on the fight. And also afford more of these, too. Look, I think I can get in the developers' heads and understand the joke of putting Woodmon outside of a maid cafe. Ha ha ha. Let's move past that. The other day, Edamon gave me a pair of sunglasses as a soulmate gift. I think they're actually one of Edamon's spares, so they really seem expensive and rare. I can't wear them while speaking with customers. I don't know what to do. Yo, gotcha. Let's go. Pokemon. Tyrannomon. Antilamon. Tyrannomon's an evolutionary line I feel is very underestimated. Blossomon. You got Tyrannomon as champion. Dark Tyrannomon as ultimate. Then you got Metal Tyrannomon as mega. And then I don't think it's ultra. It could just be tier 2 mega. But then you got Rust Tyrannomon, which is like really weird that the Rust version is stronger than the Metal version. But okay. Papa, I heard if you come to this clinic, you can never leave. Is that true? I want to get better and go back to school. Right now, it's better to stay in, actually. Daddy told me I didn't have to come see him anymore. I guess he hates me. It's like some of the situations in here are too real. Like that kid probably thinks his dad hates him because he doesn't want to see him anymore. When in reality, the dad probably said that because he's dying and doesn't want his kid to see him in such a poor state. Like, I can kind of relate to that. Like, not so much the I don't want to, oh, a Kunamon medal. I don't want to see them, but like, having a parent not wanting you to see them in that state. Vulnerable, hospital gown, shaved head, can't speak because drugged up on so many painkillers, So I'm going to assume that nowhere in the I'm going to go back to the mall. I'm going to double check the other floors. Past that, the only other place I can check for more cases is Eden. So let's check the other floors first. Because I'm clearly, evidently missing something. Found one case. Let's go see what it is. Shogun Gekkomon in Shibuya. Okay, we got to do this one. I actually not gonna lie, that's another Digimon I really like. I actually have pretty good mad love for. That's probably my favorite ultimate Digimon. I would have to say, I don't know, top 3, absolutely top 3. Because I love Weregarurumon and Metal Greymon's pretty great too. But I don't know, since the first season, I've always just kind of loved Shogun Gekkomon. Oh, gee. If only he turned around. It was actually crazy because... So Shogun Gekkomon's, like, little subjects are, Otamamon and, Gekkomon. Otamamon being a tadpole, and Gekkomon being that green frog with only one trumpet. The thing was, though, there was no... Like, despite the fact that it's quite clear that they all Digivolve into each other, there was actually no clear, evident link in the anime to confirm that they did. So the wiki never specifically stated they did. It's actually kind of funny. You see all three of them, you can evidently and clearly tell that they all Digivolve into each other. But there's no because it didn't happen in the anime, it's never confirmed. If you go to the wiki page of a Digimon, it only confirms Digivolutions based off of the show or like maybe a manga or something. It doesn't confirm off of games. There may be game sections in like the other information of a Digimon. But yeah. I forgot where I was going with my conversation. Spaced out mid-sentence again. Welcome back. Didn't miss too much. I'm trying to figure out what the hell I'm supposed to do next, so... Mirai is telling me to look for cases, so I'm just running around trying to find cases. What about in here? Metal Man, let's go. How much money you got for me? Oh, good. That's actually pretty good. Oh, dude, I appreciate that. Alright. I have to go to Eden. So Pete takes Kyoko's place as a hint. Alright. Item. Growlmon and Ogremon. Let's go. Yo, I get to finish it with a night raid, or rather, in the dub terms, Grizzly Wing. Oh no, as cool as his grizzly wing was, I'd still say I'd have to personally, in my opinion, I think Piedmon's or not Piedmon, Myotismon's actual move was and always is Crimson Lightning. Hey, I'm sorry I'm late, but look, I brought food just like you asked. Booga, hurry up. Hey, wait your turn. Becky, you'll get yours soon enough, alright? Come on, Nunu. Your food is always so tasty, Fuka. Jeez, you two are always such pigs. We want to play with Fuka once we're done eating. Yeah, let's play. Hey, wait. I want to play. Nunu, you don't have to rush. Take it slow. Was that a dream? You're awake. Got a new case to solve. Stop sunbathing like a cat and check the board. Help my sister? Who's Masanori? I feel like I should know that name. Since Kyoko's not around, I went ahead and looked and took this case for her. O2. But Kazuna did not. It was specifically stated that Kazuna did not retcon 2. It was specifically stated. Because at the end of Kazuna, they say that Tai and Matt both agree that they're going to see Agumon and Gabumon again. So it does not retcon the end of O2. It's just, I don't like that the aspect of potential being a defining factor in Digimon. And having a Digimon partner. To me, I've explained this on stream before, but I don't know if I've mentioned it to you, Mario Bros. My plot for the movie is that the main villain, that girl, instead of losing her Digimon, she is actually studying the bond between Digimon and Digidestin, and accidentally severs her bond with her Digimon, destroying it. So then she goes through the same process of grieving, trying to find her Digimon, but instead of trying to prevent Digimon and Digidestin from their bond being broken like she does in the movie by freezing them in time, she's actually trying to destroy bonds. Her Digimon can basically like put a curse, such as what Matt and Tai have on their Digivices, and she's trying to do it to the other Digimon, and they stop her. All the Digidestin from Season 1 should be in the digital world fighting her, while the Digidestin from Season 2 were perfectly fine fighting outside. And then they should have all got new Digivolutions. I think, personally, the best way to end it would have been for them to all have a Bond of Crest type Digivolutions, not just Tai and Agumon. And then when they defeat her, the curse on their Digivices breaks, and then they never lose Gabumon and Agumon. But the whole aspect is that they are losing Agumon and Gabumon. They're basically on a timer until, sort of like they were in the movie, but it was based off of a like some form of glitch or curse or whatever, rather than just lack of potential. Because I gotta say, there's probably way less Digimon. Alright, well, thanks for stopping by, Shadow. I gotta say, I feel like there's way less Digimon. Or way more Digidestin that lack potential than Tai and Matt. Personally, to me, not having an idea of where you want to go for direction in life, I don't feel like that's a lack of potential. That's leaving high school. That's being in college. That's like normal for everyone. I can answer the phone and do email as well as anyone else. Anyway, into the case itself. The client's name is, oh yeah, Masanori. And he wants us to help his sister, I think? That's it. That's good enough for you? I don't really get why you don't need to know more, but work is work, so I'm good. Anyway, because technically speaking, the main villain from that did see her Digimon again. Morphomon, I think, was her Digimon. The Digimon she had in the movie that was like the major villain Digimon was a Digimon that was reconstructed using some of the data she found of her Digimon. Eosmon, I believe it was called. Yeah, Eosmon was composed of some of the data of Morphomon. And then not only would I have liked that ending more, because it would have been a great final nod to the whole franchise, to the Crest Digivolutions, etc. But I personally also think it would have made Sora seem way less useless. It would have brought more use to many of the characters from the franchise, and I think it just would have been a much better plot, because there's this idea that you don't want to plant into the heads. It's like, I think the best example I can give is in Star Wars. People love the original trilogy, episodes 4, 5, and 6. People loved them. Then 1 came out, and it did one thing that made everyone mad. And no, it was not Jar Jar Binks. It was metachlorians. Or, is that the term? I want to make sure I'm using the right term. Yeah, metachlorians. They talked about how metachlorians determine whether someone can be a Force user, Jedi or Sith or whatever. And that discovery basically removed this, even though it's not possible to be a Force user in real life. Knowing that made people mad because it removed a lot of fantasy over this idea that anyone could be a Force user. Only now specific people can be a Force user, right? And I feel like, to me, this idea that Digimon can basically die if their partner loses potential kind of did that exact same thing. It feels like it destroyed a part of the franchise for me. And is it any wonder? Let me look this up. Digimon Kizuna Walk Off. Some people compared it to Toy Story 3. Wow. Here, right here. Basically the same kind of ending sentiment. It says, critics considered the film to be a satisfactory conclusion to the adventure arc, praising the story, voice acting, animation, and mature themes. Many considered the film to be on par with that of Mamoru Hosoda's previous works on Digimon and compared the film favorably to Toy Story 3. But here it is. So, on May 28th, 2018, original director of Digimon Adventure and Digimon Adventure 2, Hiroyuki Kakudo, revealed that he had quit the staff of Digimon Adventure Last Evolution Kizuna after something was approved that he claimed was incompatible with what the previous series had established. On September 2020, producer Yosuke Kinoshita stated that Digimon Adventure Last Evolution Kizuna is in a continuity with Digimon Adventure, Adventure 2, Adventure 2 Digimon Hurricane Landing, Transcendent Evolution, the Golden Digimentals, and Digimon Tri. This included the end of the final episode of 02 and is set in 202, where the Digidestins are adults. So the guy that basically directed seasons 1 and 2 of Digimon walked off the set, or quit the film, because they established something in the film that he felt was incompatible with what the series had previously established. It's not revealed what that was, but I get the feeling he probably might be what I wonder if it's what I'm stating. The idea that Digidestin can lose their partners. Like, I will say it was not, like, I wouldn't say it was a bad movie, but I really feel like it could have been better. Like, I feel like it didn't, like, maybe the whole Sora thing, too. Like, I did not like the Sora situation, where it keeps cutting back to Sora in her apartment saying, I don't want to fight. I don't want to fight. I'm sorry, Biyomon. Even though Biyomon's like, we should help. Let's help them. I don't want to fight, Biyomon. We're done fighting. So are you the crest of love? Yeah, I can be the crest. I can still have the crest of love as long as I have you. Everyone else can fucking die for all I care. Over here. Hey there. Hey, here. You're the Cyber Sleuth, right? I'm Masanori, the guy who called you up for... Come this way. Thanks for doing this for me. Anyway, it sucks to admit it, but I don't think I can protect my little sister by myself. I guess I should explain what I mean by that. You see, she's been going out every night lately. And I know she's hanging out with a bad group of friends. At this rate, I worry she's gonna turn bad herself. Yeah, the new Digivolutions they're the first Digimon in the Adventure series. I think outside of maybe Imperial Dramon Paladin mode and Armageddon, that was straight up confirmed Ultra. I think in the Adventure series entirely, I think maybe only 5 Digimon were ever confirmed Ultra. Omnimon, I'm not counting original Omnimon. Like, he can be listed Ultra now, I'm fine with that. But I think upon their releases, I think it was, the first ones were Imperial Dramon Paladin mode and Armageddon in Return of the Diaboromon. And then in Tri, it was Omnimon Merciful mode and whatever the Digimon that Meikumon turns into, that the crying giant winged creature, I forget what it's called, Undynemon or whatever. And then those two, they were like flat out made Ultra right off the bat. But I think it would have been cool to see all 8 Digimon have that Digivolution. Have a bond of crest Digivolution for all 8 of them. As a true finale to the series. To see like what the power of their crests could achieve. Like not just what Matt and Ty could achieve. Alright, that's my food. I'll be right back. Right back. I am back. But to be perfectly honest, I want to give them credit on this. The Adventure series was clearly developed over a very long time. Like 1 and 2 were developed, obviously close to each other, but they came back to try, like, basically the first 6 seasons of Digimon. So, Adventure 2, Tamers, Frontier, Data Squad, and Cross Warriors were all relatively, like, they were kind of back-to-back seasons. Then Digimon just stopped. Like, Digimon stopped. And I think they made Try as a means of trying to get back into the franchise. Years later. And you can clearly tell that just based off the animation, right? Like, the animation clearly shows how the series has evolved when you're looking at Try versus even Cross Warriors, or Fusion, whatever it's called. So, there was a large gap, and I feel like they ended up trying to improve upon new ideas for the series, but they had already had a pre-established series, and, like, personally speaking, I also feel like if they didn't include, that ending to season 2, there would have been way more stuff to talk about. Or, like, sorry, not way more stuff to talk about. Way more stuff for them to, like, figure out. Because the problem is being able to try and establish an ending to a franchise that already received an established ending is not easy. But the thing is, you want to know the other problem I have with Matt and Ty exclusively getting those Digivolutions? As long as Matt and Ty constantly get these exclusive Digivolutions compared to everyone else, there's always going to be this idea that there's an Omnimon version of it. So you have Agumon Crest of Courage and Agumon, or Bond of Courage, and Gabumon Crest of Bond of Friendship evolutions. Now somewhere in the Ethernet of the internet, there's this fan fiction idea of, Omnimon crest or bond of friendship and courage, right? Like it never ends as long as they constantly and exclusively give those two forms, right? And it still doesn't end because they do it every season. It's always some playoff of Gabumon and or like Greymon and Garurumon. Season 4 did it. You know, Burning Greymon, Kendo Garurumon. What are Light and Fire are specifically reincarnations of the original Fire and Light warriors, Ancient Greymon and Ancient Garurumon. And then you factor in the unified spirit evolutions, Emperor Greymon and Magna Garurumon. It never ends with those forms. They can't, like, at the very least, I'll give Pokemon credit when I say that they at least keep trying to establish new Pokemon, right? They'll keep a few lingering around, such as Pikachu or Meowth, but they try their best to keep things established and moving forward. I feel like Digimon keeps trying to hold on to its own nostalgia in a way. It doesn't let go of some Digimon because everyone knows Greymon, everyone knows Garurumon, but the thing is, everyone also knows Bergermon, but it doesn't mean that there's 17 different variations of Bergermon out there. Togemon's pretty awesome, a cactus with boxing gloves. Where's the other 17, 20 different versions of Togemon, right? Like, it's just Greymon and Gabumon, or Greymon and Garurumon. It's a matter, and even Kabuterimon kind of gets it too, because when Tentomon digivolves, all of Kabuterimon's forms maintain that name, right? Kabuterimon, Mega Kabuterimon, Hercules Kabuterimon, and Frontiers, he makes an appearance again, Metal Kabuterimon, but the ancient form is actually not called that. I forgot what the ancient form is called. Beetlemon. Spirit of Thunder. Spirit of Thunder is just Ancient Beetlemon, which is very weird. In all honesty, it should have been Ancient Kabuterimon. It's kind of weird that he's called Ancient Beatmon in Japanese. Yeah, there's this, like, as much as I love Omnimon, as much as I love, like, Agumon in his forms and Gabumon in his forms, it is relatively annoying that they keep using those Digimon or Digimon like them. Like, Data Squad used Agumon, just straight up used Agumon again. It didn't use Gabumon, but it used another blue wolf. I'm not going to disagree with you on that. I feel like I feel like part of it was that they wanted to reboot Digimon. They wanted to bring Digimon back. But I think, because as you know, they rebooted Adventure, right? There's a new season of Adventure out. They rebooted it, but they probably didn't want to do that yet until they wanted to see if fans were still interested, because it had been so long. And the most beloved season of Digimon was the Adventure Saga. So they created those 6 those 6 extended episodes, basically 6 movies, more or less, which is the 7th season, which is Try, and expanded the plot, added better animation, a few more adult themes, gave everyone the ability to go to Mega, and tried to tap into that nostalgia to see how it would be received, and it received well, right? Don't get me wrong, Try was great. I love Try. There were minor moments in Try I had my issues with, but all in all, I very much like Try. And then now that they did that, they're like, okay, well, we want to reboot the franchise, but we need to put an end to this one, right? So I don't know what they're gonna do, because the adventure reboot is done. It's done. Like, they finished the Japanese. They're working on getting it dubbed and brought over and stuff now. But in I don't know if they're gonna try and reboot each season, or if they're just gonna try and do like the Power Rangers thing, where they just, you know, kind of do what Digimon did as well, where it's like every season they just try to do something a bit different, right? Or maybe do parallel dimensions type of thing, where it's a different Earth, a different digital world. I wouldn't be against that, in all honesty. There's a lot more to explore. There's a lot more myths and lore that they can make Digimon out of, right? Like a Slenderman Digimon, that'd be pretty cool. And now that Digimon's shown that it wants to sometimes have a bit more adult themes, right? Like anime's gotten to that point. There's a lot more they can do. So I'm excited for the future of Digimon, right? I'm not asking you to kill them or anything. I swear, I just put them in their place. Please, I'm begging you here. She comes out here to this park every night. I followed her last night and saw her here. I'm gonna wait here tonight, and I want you to stake it out with me, alright? I wouldn't, you know, I honestly wouldn't mind a reboot of Tamers, or at least maybe, if not a reboot, I would like to see them reattempt it. Here's the problem, though, with the reboot of Tamers, and why it may not happen. Like, realistically speaking, the entire existence of that season was to try and push the card game. Realistically speaking, the entire series was made to push the card game. There's not really a card, like, I think they're trying to make a new card game, and unless they can establish that one well, I don't think Tamers is gonna do too well. Like, I don't think it would really be possible. But the thing is, Tamers did one thing that I think was absolutely fantastic, which was it made a villain. Instead of making Digimon constantly the enemy, it made a villain that both human and Digimon had a right to fear, right? The D-Reaper. And I love that villain concept. The idea that the villain isn't a Digimon, right? Nor is it even a human, right? Like, in Try, to some degree, it was a human. Like, even if you just count Ken, but you can also count Oikawa. Like, I'd love to see a reboot of Season 4. I'd love to see them go a lot more technical with how, like, the Power Rangers aspect works. And if they did reboot Season 4, I would love to see them bring those four kids that they brought in that were Tommy's bullies. Guess what? There are 3 guys, 1 girl. Guess what? There are 4 other Digimon, Elemental Warriors, that do not have partners. And guess what? There's 3 guys, 1 girl. They could have had them replace them. Right? They could have had those 4 become those spirits. And they could have had all 10 spirits fighting. Right? The main 6 all have fusion evolutions. You can find them on the wiki, and only 2 of them got used. Aldemon and Beowulfmon. Fire and Light, because of fucking course. Right? Even though 6 of them are established. Right? I really think they could reboot it and do it really well. And I also see incredible potential with Tamers. I just wonder, like, how they would do it, because, like I said, the original Tamers was to push the card game. You know, so how do you try to, you know, how do you reboot a series that was designed to sell something else? What are those things? Puka, you're back, yay! Back, come on, let's play. Look at those monsters pretending to be your friend and using her. Come on, you need to teach them a lesson. What? Why not? You see what I'm seeing, right? If we don't do something, Fuka's... She looks like she's having fun, and stepping in a world and would ruin her night. Right, I haven't seen her smile like that in a while. Since Tokyo got all messed up, she's been so out of it. Here she is, all smiles, happiest girl in the world. She doesn't smile like that much, even when I'm around. Man, what a dumbass I am. Those guys, on the other hand, well, they're not guys, but I should go thank them. Thanks for dropping by today, Detective. It means a lot to me that you do that. I'm still a little worried about her, so I'm gonna stick around a little longer and watch her, just to be sure. Well, you look content. Does that mean you're done working now? Well, good job. Did you get your reward for it then? Oh, hey, what's up? You want your reward? We're not done yet. I'm not paying up until everything's completely settled. Yeah. I think there's a way they could evolve, like, whether they reboot or continue it, I feel like there's a way they could evolve it. But even then, I feel like that franchise did well. I really wish... Here's the thing. I wish... One issue I had with Tamers. For a season that was really supposed to be very well connected to the card game, they very quickly gave up on the card game. Right? Like, basically, once they got past Champion, they almost never used cards at all outside of the one they have to swipe for Ultimate. And after a point, like, cards almost stopped being mentioned. Like, especially when Jerry points out that they can literally use cards to, like, when she used Lady Devimon's card on her Leomon and had him use Lady Devimon's move to kill Orochimon. Right? Like, that was really cool. I would also like to see Jerry get Leomon back. So I'm down for a sequel on that. That's like the one ending. Though in the sequel movie, I've not seen it, but I've looked up like the synopsis. While she doesn't get Leomon back, Calamon kind of takes the place. So she doesn't feel left out not having a Digimon. She just doesn't have hers. But I really would kind of like her to get Leomon back. And then watch those 3 too. So you better be back at the park tonight too. It's a bummer, but hang in there. Still time before nightfall. Why don't you sleep a bit? Everything looks like it looks better when you're well rested. Yeah, might as well. Maybe I'll see what Fuka and those Digimon are up to. Nice and calmly. We don't want to spook those guys behind you. Officer, to hurry up and get rid of those things before they eat that poor girl. Nuh-uh, they're not gonna eat me. Luki and Nunu are my friends. God, I guess I don't have a choice. These monsters have to be stopped. People are getting attacked by these things all over Tokyo. I'm not going to just stand here and watch it happen again right in front of me. No, don't stop! Like, I think Leomon is the only Digimon. Leomon and Jerry are the only Digimon in the oh, well, it's debatable. Because Alice has Dobermon in Season 3, even though she's not one of the main Digidestin. But it's never confirmed as to whether Dobermon was actually Alice's Digimon, or just a Digimon that was, like, just good friends with Alice. It was never confirmed that she actually was a tamer, and had a Digivice or anything. But, out of the confirmed Digidestins we know, Leomon was the only one to never come back upon being destroyed. You know, Angemon came back as an egg. Even Willis got Kokomon back. You know, like, it's kind of really annoying that, you know, but it makes sense within the aspect of Season 3. right? Where the data generally gets absorbed when you destroy a Digimon. Rather than the data just going to get reconfigured. I don't really understand what you're saying, but it's a nightmare now, so you better get going and meet up with our client. When our friends are in trouble? How do you know that when you've been asleep? It's more than just a dream. 3 of them are in danger, I wonder if you're subconsciously connecting to a network or something while you're sleeping. Kyoko were here, I bet she'd know what's up. Me? I just have no idea. Maybe it's a sign your body is becoming unstable. Oh, Kyoko. Come back soon, please. Wait from the monsters to come here, sweetie. I'm here to help you. No, I hate you all. This isn't good. What the? That's... Sweetie, come here right now, please. I said no. You're just gonna bully Nunu and Lucky. I know it. I'm not going anywhere. This isn't about them. There's something else behind you, huh? Oh, hi. Who are you? Are you friends with Lucky and Nunu? I'm hungry. Need food. Is your tummy rumbling? Well, I bought some food you can have if you want to eat it. Oh, humans. Feed me now. Don't cry, Fuki. We'll protect you. They have finger on Fuki, Buster. Or Fuka. We'll protect you, Fuka. It's now or never. We have to Digivolve. Digivolve? Numamon Digivolve 2. A Luckmon Digivolve 2. One of them's Leomon. I know that. Canonically speaking. You had to do Digivolve. Was y'all hard enough? Guess not. So hungry. Eek. There's no way we could Digivolve just playing around with Fuka all the time. Doesn't matter. It's the thought that counts. And what I'm thinking is we have to protect Fuka no matter what. Even if we can't Digivolve, we can still fight. You guys. Get me food now. Don't have anything for you. Me just have girl. Told you already, she's with us. Cool. Digivolving is amazing. Better lend a hand before it gets messy. That's Cyclone Mon. Oh, and they're helping me too. So it is a Earth virus. Let us get Morozo out. Fence down. Yes! Oh, this is gonna hurt. This is ×3, and it's the strongest attack I have. Wow, that did like nothing. I'm actually mad at that. Well, I guess it did something. It just didn't do as much as I was hoping it would. Yeah, it's actually pretty good too. And with the complete edition, you're getting 2 games because you get this and you get Hacker's Memory, which is the same game, but it's like the same game format, but it's a separate story that coincides with this one, but you're kind of playing from the other side. Like the 2 main characters never interact, but their plot is almost kind of follows a similar pathways. And there's certain Digimon, like, I believe, like, Flame Dramon, you can only unlock through, the, Cyber Sleuth mode. And in Hacker's Memory, is where you unlock the, Spirits of Fire and Light, Flame and Light, to get Agunimon and Lobomon, to get to Susanowamon. And then there's a Digimon you can get by beating Hacker's Memory. It's like a really big virus Digimon, and I forget its name, but yeah. So if you played Hacker's Memory first, you could use it in this game here. Awesome, you two did great, Lecky and Nunu. Yeah, when did we get so strong? Like someone else was there to help us. Better come back and play with me again. Kick, we didn't get to do anything today, you know. Yeah. Of course we'll come, Fuka. We wouldn't miss it for the world. Heyo, is the case all wrapped up for good now? Oh, I'm glad she and the Digimon had fun together at least. Wish I could solve cases like a cool ace detective like you. Wonder what Kyoko would say if she were here right now. Nunu and Lucky combined forces. Excuse me, cat. Please don't rub up against that. You love to rub up against really weird things, Keith. I'm gonna boot you. I'm gonna smack your booty. Just smack your booty. What do you want? Why can you guys never just lay down? Take the first syllable of their species, you get new. New, the chimera from ancient myths. Yes, one could call what happened here tonight the night of the living new, which is not true because there's an actual new, I believe. There's an actual new mon. I thought there was, anyways. Seems like something you'd have a Digimon from. Nope, just new Maimon. What? Did she really say that? And do you even know what a new is? Oh, I get it. You're just trying to mess with me. Joke's on you because I'm on to... Oh crap. I fell asleep, huh? Fuka, detective. Where did everyone go? Hey, I got more tactician USBs. Oh, I got that one wrong. I didn't realize she was asking me a question. Alright, no problem. Oh, Daimien? Yeah, it's me. Got something I want to talk to you about. Could you come to Shibuya, please? I know it's a bit of a hike. You're not feeling well? I was hoping that wasn't the case. Chapter 14. What is a youth? Thanks for coming. Seems, well, you're not feeling well. It sort of seems like things are at a standstill. After the you-know-what plan was put into motion, problems between Digimon and humans kept cropping up more and more. And the damage is getting worse and worse. If it keeps up, it'll get out of hand. Something has to be done, but... I'm sorry, but the rebels have their hands full trying to protect this bunch. I wanted to send them home to the digital world before things get any worse. Eaters are still ravaging the digital world. We no longer have a home. But if I could protect Digimon and return them to their world, it would all work out. But I can't return them to the digital world as it is now, and they'll get hurt if they stay here. I have no idea what to do anymore. And Omnimon said to find the other Royal Knights. Royal Knights probably came into this world when the dimensional door was open. They're probably all in hiding, each with their own intentions and motivations. Somewhere in Tokyo or Eden. We have to find them and convince them. It'd be hard to do so for those bent on destruction. There are Royal Knights who seek a different path, ones who yet have doubts. They will undoubtedly respond to Nokia's strength of will, and many Digimon follow the Royal Knights. The more we have on our side, the more Digimon we can have interacting with humans. That should help to stem the chaos. So that's that, Daimien. Let's search for the Royal Knights. Which means you're up, Cyber Sleuth. You'd say that. Okay, looks like you're feeling all better. Start with, I'd like you to check up on the Digi-Wave thingy to track down the Royal Knights. Right, Kyoko's still not back yet. It might be hard for you to do that alone. Can't be helped. I'll try to find signs of other Royal Knights. Signs? That'll tell us where they're located. The Royal Knight possesses massive energy. Unless one attempts to mask that signature, I will be able to find it. Excellent. Well, why don't we do that to begin with? I didn't say that, and I didn't think it. Sorry, Nokia. Oh. I'm reading some signs already. The nearest one is in that direction. Towards Akibara? So, it seems to be Gallant. Let's head there now. You should join us, Daimien. If he can't be convinced we may have to fight, I would feel much better having you there. Yeah, Omnimon appears, and I'm about to go see Gallantmon. Let's be fair here, Mario Bros. The moment you saw Agumon and Gabumon as NPC characters that would talk and stuff, I thought it was pretty obvious Omnimon was going to appear. Omnimon and Gabumon in the franchise now, or Gabumon and Agumon in the franchise now pretty much just mean Omnimon. At this point, Omnimon's more iconic than they are. I got more Tactician USBs. Let's go. I'm gonna save. Yeah, I still need that defense requirement. That's gonna take a while, I think. Yeah. I don't know. This game's kind of taking the Season 4 and Data Squad approach of just like, hey, Royal Knights are strong, they're a main villain again, and... You're wrong this time. Ah, blah, blah. Very least I know I don't have to change the group because Gallantmon's a virus. Whoa, is that Leopardmon? Another Royal Knight? Wow, in all honesty, I was expecting Leopardmon to be female. You look ridiculous, Omnimon. I was certain I had sensed Gallantmon. I never expected you'd be the first one I would run into, Leopardmon. Not just a Digimon, but a human child as well. Omni, the all-powerful. You bring shame upon your very title. That's an interesting translation change. Because in Japanese, he's not Omnimon. He's Omegamon. I don't know. I was just thinking cat, female. Japanese will take any advantage they can get to make a cat girl, so why not? Yeah, like, in Japanese, he's known as Omegamon. So he, you know, as sort of like a pairing with Alphamon, who wasn't made at the time. So he also has a leopard form, too. But, yeah, so I feel like in the Japanese, that would probably say something like Omega, the absolute end, or something like that. Have you abandoned your pride as a royal knight? As a member of the Royal Knights too, you've got to explain things to him. An explanation, you say? How naive, how utterly naive. Omnimon, does your aiding these humans mean you intend to thwart our plan to destroy the human world? Leopardmon, you are only distorting King Durcell's will according to your own desires. Is destroying this world really the only way? Then we are indeed of different opinions on the matter. I will carry out King Durcell's will as I see fit. All I do is for the sake of saving our world. I came here to correct the distorted will of King Durcell, and I will stop you as I see fit. You think you're even capable of that? Even though all is going according to plan? According to plan? Then everything has happened up to now has been a part of your schemes? Crusadermon was sent here to open the dimensional door so that there would be a way for the Royal Knights to enter this world. This has been my plan to destroy this world. Leopardmon, I won't allow it! Dynastmon. And you, Dynastmon. Don't tell me you agree with Leopardmon. No, he always sides with Crusadermon, so... That's Season 4. We can have it out here and now, Omnimon. We abide none who interfere with the noble will of our king. But you're all Royal Knights, right? The same as Omnimon? Then how come you have to fight each other? Cease your human prattle, or consider your life forfeit. It doesn't matter if we're human or Digimon. We should be able to understand each other better than this. All of us humans and Digimon are living together. Do you seek an early death, girl? That's far enough, Leopardmon. Look who it is. Gallantmon. You, Gallantmon. There is some truth in what the girl says. Withdraw from this place, Leopardmon. Gallantmon, do you stand with the humans as well? Yeah, I can believe that. Dynaswan's one of my favorite Royal Knights, which is also funny too because he's the mega of Wizardmon. I just liked his role in Season 4 too. You cannot have forgotten the destruction Eaters unleash on our digital world, nor where they spawned from. You have not forgotten it for a single moment, but that is no reason to destroy this world. Very well. We shall withdraw. Fighting between royal knights would be too much of a waste. I said the plan cannot be stopped. The end of this world is the will of King Drasil. Yeah. What about the digital world? Everything was consumed by eaters. You were left with naught but despair. How can that be? Everything is really how Omnimon said. We royal knights kept fighting to rid the digital world of the eaters. The anger Leopardmon and the others hold for the human race being the genesis of the eaters is immeasurable. That is why in their obstinance, their hatred drives them to wipe out humanity. Eliminate the eaters along with humanity. That was the plan hatched by Leopardmon and those in the royal knights who agreed with him. Just how many royal knights are bent on human destruction? At least half of them. But there are many who yet waver. It won't be impossible to convince them. Of course, whether that comes to pass depends on you. Are you up to the task? It is our one option. When the dimensional door closed, the flow of energy from the digital world stopped. That means Leopardmon and the others won't be able to take action right away. They need to lay low and store up energy first. We must seek out and locate the remaining royal knights before they make a move in earnest. Yeah, in some ways they do, don't they? You could almost argue that maybe they're just different types. Like, Omnimon is like the blaster and sword fighter, while Gallantmon is like the jouster, right? Like, you know, I guess different variations of knight. Yes, that seems unavoidable. We should keep explaining our position as much as possible. There are Digimon who may join us. With my sworn friends like Gallantmon. Indeed, when you are a prisoner to hatred, you choose the wrong path by mistake. You need to begin as you said, by knowing humans. Yeah, thanks Omnimon and Gallantmon. Now then, let's continue by looking for royal knights. There are signals from other royal knights all over the place. Gallantmon should stay here. It's better if we split up to look. Okay, you're on the case now, Cyber Sleuth. We'll call if we find someone too. Oh, no, Kia and the others search for the royal knights. I still don't understand your fascination with my knee pads. What do you want, Keith? Oh, love you. I love you. But I better check into that agency before that. Kyoko might be there. Yo, 3 messages. Which one looks like a tree? Sunflowermon, Cherrymon, Kazuhamon. Cherrymon. Yeah, it's awful news. It's not as bad as you think. You know, it's only like a bunch of super powerful beings wanting to destroy humanity. Nothing problematic. You know what I'd actually like to see? I'd like to see a season of Digimon where all the Digidestin, their Digimon, basically are the Royal Knights. So, you know, someone has a Candlemon that turns to Wizardmon, the Mistymon to Dynastmon, right? Like, I'd love to see them. Right, and then there's going to be like 10 characters, and they all have mega forms, and They're all royal knights. And then, obviously, you wouldn't have Omnimon or whatever, but... Excuse me, do you have a second, or are you working on a case right now? My name is Chika Yamashina. We spoke before about my dad. He's been acting strangely lately. He suddenly started mumbling things like, I was betrayed by Kamishiro, something about an accident 8 years ago. I called it a state of confusion. It got so awkward we ended up checking him into the central hospital. He's fine until the other day. Why so sudden? You were investigating him the other day, right? Please tell me, is something happening to him? What? You're investigating something else? I see. Then I guess you don't know either. Then can I ask you to take the case? Will you find out what's happening to my dad? I was too scared to learn about his past. I thought he'd go back to being the cold and distant father he was before. But my family needs to know if there's something in his past that's hurting him. Thank you. I'm counting on you, Detective. I think it depends. Circumstantially. Because Omnimon is kind of seen as like the head knight, I find. So it's hard. Even though he's not even the founding member. The founding member is Imperial Dramon Paladin mode. Ran off after some hacker. She reminds me of myself at that age. Dude, Shogun Gekkomon, you gotta stop losing your stuff in Shibuya. This is the second time. In the same spot, my dude. Come on. Get your crap together. Oh, god damn it. Gotta go see Nannymon. He's in the vending machine. Hey, Galesma, welcome. Actually having a decently successful, or decently progressive Digimon stream. Oh, you know, it only took like half the game for the story to actually pick up. Digimon is correct, but strange creatures called Digimon are attacking you. Of course I'm worried. Yo, Nannymon's got a couch. Snoring loudly as he sleeps. Switch off the TV. Yes. Hey! The hell you think you're doing turning off the TV like that? I was watching that. Didn't your parents teach you to not go trapezing into other people's houses and switching off their TVs, huh? What's the matter with you? If I had known you were going to give me such a long sermon, I would have apologized sooner. Well, if you apologize, I suppose I can forgive you. Let's start over. Yeah. Like, I feel like some of the chapters are literally, you know, like back and forth cases. Like, the case system really could use an improvement. There's a lot of ways they could have implemented just neat, teeny ways. Like, one of my least favorite things is that you have to talk to someone, go back to the office to start the case, then go back and talk to them to initiate dialogue on the case. That's very annoying. Another is that when you're in Eden, and you go to one of the tiles to change areas, you should also be given the option right then and there to leave Eden. You shouldn't have to go to the menu and then go pick log out. Log out should be either change location or log out. Both of those should be options. Like, it kind of just feels like this game wasn't particularly designed for I got more Chrome Digizord. Wasn't really designed for I don't know, it wasn't designed in an efficient way, I feel like. Like, if I wanted to run around doing quests, I'd play an RPG. Just saying. Let me go to Shibuya first. Where do you get the newspapers? Well, granted, I am playing an RPG, but I meant like an open world RPG, like Skyrim or... Like, when I beat this game, I'm actually going to be playing Kingdoms of Amalur. I got a challenge run I'm planning to do. Here we go. $1 newspaper. Alrighty. Least favorite? I don't know. In all honesty, they're all good. They're all good in their own ways. Leopardmon. Like, I think that's an impossible question to answer. I would easily rewatch all of them. They're all perfectly fine. Like, maybe if I had to pick one, it would probably be Season 3, but it wouldn't be by very much. Like, by, like, decimal numbers type thing. Like, I enjoy all 4 of them. But, like, I grew up on Adventure, and Frontier is my favorite season, so I guess I would put Tamers as last by default, but it's not bad. Like, it's not, like, awful. It's just, you know, bottom by default. That's fine. Not everyone liked Season 4. I really enjoyed it, though. No, of course. Monk disc. You know, all those discs change their stats, I believe. Or their stat title. I'll probably call it after this case. It's getting a bit late. You know, if I can end the case, like, dear God. Where am I going? Digimon. Doesn't Digimon have a sword? Leopardmon has a staff. The hell are you talking about? Look at their artwork. Leopardmon uses a bow staff. Digimon has a wrist sword. Hell, the game has no idea what the hell it's talking about. Oh, here we go. These are the things I need to kill. So I have to just fight them in the wild then, I guess? I need 8 Sakomon shells, so... Lumerimon! Yeah. They did not. But they're also rookie Digimon too, so... Ow! No, you can leave my room if you're gonna be rude and mean. Yeah, I don't know why the quest is asking me to fight rookies, but okay. At least there's 2 per fight, so I only have to do 4 of them. Boom. Boom. I found one investigation. Oh, you picked Wizardmon for Skullmerimon? That might be a harder one. Because I think Skullmerimon requires an attack stat. My Merimon Digivolved to Skullmerimon. I think you get Meramon from Agumon, so... Agumon or Guilmon, or maybe both. Yeah, some Digimon, it's like, it's really annoying how they set it up. Because it's like, oh, you need an int stat, but it's a physically offensive Digimon, and it's like, whoa, 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 whoa. This is the canonically accurate Digivolution we're talking about here. And you're telling me I need 120 int, you know, on a Digimon that has like 80 int right now. Shell Numamon. We talked about this. Look. Ouch. Ouch. What are you doing? What do you want, Keith? Oh, I have to fight him now? Well, that's not gonna turn out good news for you, dude. Oh, you really want Beelzemon? Alright, let's go turn in the quest. We'll save and we'll call it here. We'll do this one first quickly. Actually, because this will be really fast. I have a cat on my lap, and he's, being really... I don't know if affectionate's the word. He's, like, kneading my shirt and licking it, but... Oh my god, dude. I'm sorry I only took 5 steps away and not 4. What's this guy saying? Alright, so that's going to be it for Digimon tonight. Again, making some pretty good progress. Making some really, really nice progress. Tomorrow will be Yi's Origins. Hopefully we'll be able to actually finish up Yi's Origins. There's still quite a bit of game left, but we seem to be able to speed through it. Plus, I kind of know what I'm doing. Because I've already beaten the game twice, and the game doesn't really differentiate that much. So that it should be a really, you know, so hopefully it'll be really quick and easy, especially on very easy difficulty. And then when we beat that on Saturday, we will, not on Saturday, on Sunday, we will start Ys 3. And Saturday will be Genshin Impact, of course. So, yeah. So with that said, I got nothing else to really add. So with that said, my name is Daimien Kamiya. I'm the Omni King, and be friend, foe, or member of the Omni Council. I will see you later. Bye.